Hey guys, and welcome to the top 5 movies of 2025. I know we're a little behind, but we were both sick, have some delays here, but nonetheless, we are going to be giving our top 5 movies of the year. It was kind of it was a weird year for movies. It wasn't exactly like the most packed with movies, but there were some standouts, and here are our top 5 movies. So you want to start out with number 5?
It goes without saying, but this year, you might have just mentioned it, but like it was kind of a down year a little bit in movies, in my opinion.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, it was kind of a down year a little bit overall in movies. I have a lot more movies that qualify for the worst / letdowns, disappointing movies of the year. But I do have a couple honorable mentions. Shelby Oaks gets an honorable mention. Chris Stockman's first directorial debut, pretty solid, pretty decent horror movie. I'd like some stuff about it, some creepy aspects, and then Mission Impossible. The Final Reckoning also gets an honorable mention too. Just obviously great special effects. Tom Cruise does a good job.
It is an honorable mention. It might make the list, but another honorable mention is
we forgot about it. It shows it was forgettable.
Yeah, it's true. But then Weapons is an honorable mention. I think it had some great creepy horror elements, but just didn't make the list. Working Man, solid movie with Jason Statham. Great movie. He's great in all those movies. They're pretty similar, but honorable mention. And I think that's about it. But why don't we go to number 5?
Yeah, number 5 for top movies of 2025 for me is Fantastic Four: First Steps. This one was kind of surprising. I went into it not really having any expectations. I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four fan. I really haven't watched any of the previous movies, even though they weren't connected to the MCU. But knowing this one was part of the MCU, I was interested to see what they were going to do with it. And I like the message of the movie. It's actually a pretty good message about family, protecting the kid, and I like the team. I like the team chemistry. Pedro Pascal is a big character in the movie, but I like the entire team, the unit, and I had a pretty good time with that movie. And and like I said, it was a down year movie, so it wasn't like I loved it, but it was one of the better ones of 2025. So, yeah, Fantastic Four: First Steps is number 5 for me.
Yeah, so for number 5 for me is The Black Phone 2. This was I didn't really love the first Black Phone. I thought it was a solid movie, but it didn't blow me away, and I didn't really need a sequel, but the trailers had me interested, and this movie was definitely unique. I think all the scenes where Ethan Hawke is on screen as the grabber is just so well done. It's cool effects. When he's on screen, he's kind of like the Freddy Krueger 2.0, and it's just really cool settings. And there were creepy moments. I was creeped out throughout that movie. Scary moments, interesting plot elements, and it was overall an entertaining, good horror movie, and makes it number 5.
Yeah, speaking of that one, I actually didn't see that movie. There was a couple movies that was on my top 5 anticipated. I didn't even see last year, so I need to check that one out. So if I do see that this year in 2026, you may see that on my list for this coming year's top movies. Now at number 4 is also in the MCU. So number 5 is the MCU, and now number 4 is also MCU. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts had a really good time with it, actually. I went into it again having no expectations. I saw it twice. I saw it with you, and I saw it with Megan another time.
Thunderbolts came out this year?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about so many movies.
Thunderbolts though was a solid movie. Again, I love the team aspect. The chemistry really worked. There was a couple really funny characters. I did not really know much about that I want to say new Captain America, but the one from the TV series. But he was hilarious. There was a scene where they're like trying to get out of this like prison or this like building, and he's like jumping really high in the air. There were some funny scenes in it, and I really had a good time with that. And again, I don't know her name, but Black Widow's sister, she did a good job in the lead role in the movie. I like the new addition to like a villain / new character. I'm blanking on the names of some of these people, but it was a pretty fun movie, and I had a good time with it. And the fact I saw it twice says a lot about it. So number 4 is Thunderbolts, and obviously Megan loved that movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I forgot about it. It's still, I don't think it would make the list. It'd be close. Number 4 for me is Novocaine, and this was a very interesting movie to say. It's about a guy that can't feel pain, and I was thinking, how would this work? I just didn't see how this would be a good movie, but turned out being a very heartfelt, good movie with interesting. The way they utilized this character with the way he doesn't feel pain made sense. Some really funny scenes, some graphic scenes, but it kind of has to be with the point of the movie. It doesn't feel pain. But I thought it was actually very heartfelt, a good movie throughout, some funny action. It was overall a funny, good movie, and I had a good time with this movie. So it definitely fits at number 4. So number 3.
Yep, number 3 for me, number 3 spot for me is Weapons. This movie was something I was very excited for coming into the year. The trailer really was pretty creepy. Some channels that I watched that are also into horror movies were hyping this up. So again, I was kind of, probably had too high of expectations going into it. I didn't know what it was going to be about. And I think that's what got me most interested in it, is all I saw in the trailer was there's like kids running around with their arms out, weird shot in like a classroom. It was like, I want to see what they're going to do with this. That scene in the movie is phenomenal. That soundtrack, I mean, we've left watching Kentucky basketball games and Alabama football games, listening to that song, running through the snow out here ourselves. So great soundtrack. And this movie though was just, it was really interesting. It was well acted. It was really creepy. Really, there were some off-putting scenes because again, horror movies are hard to come by, good ones. And there was a couple scenes where I was like, man, this is creepy. This lady walks out of the house, goes into the car. I'm like, this is like really scary.
Some funny theater reactions.
Some really funny theater reactions. We saw with our friend Brad and also Kyle. So shout out to those two for watching the movie with us. And there was some audible, like loud reactions. Like I don't think I've ever like spoke out loud in the movie theater this loud. And I said something when a scene happened with Wong's character. So it was really scary. The ending was not the greatest and it got a little over the top. And I would have loved to have had a different storyline with what the villain was doing with the kids. Just have something a little more interesting. They went a little too basic in my opinion with just, I mean, this is spoilers, but like the whole witch aspect, it needed to be done for certain things going on. But the storyline was a little bit lacking, which is why it didn't get a perfect score. But again, it's really creepy, well made movie. I would love to see a little more in this universe and just doing a better job with it. So Weapons is number 3 for me in my top 2025 movies.
Number 3 for me is Fantastic Four, which I could put this at 4. But honestly, this list until the top 2 could go any which way. Like seriously, 3 through 5, there's like 5 other movies that could all be in these same spots, to be completely honest. I don't think any of them stand out above the other. But Fantastic Four was a good movie. It was definitely not woke, and it was just a good superhero movie with the Fantastic Four. I thought everyone was casted very good in this movie. I liked basically all the characters, and it was a heartfelt message. I mean, it was just a feel-good movie. It really was. And there was good action. Galactus was really cool. Silver Surfer was really cool, even though I'm still confused why Silver Surfer was a female. But anyways, she was still cool. And it was a cool villain, good action, just an overall feel-good movie. And that's why it deserves number 3 spot. I'm excited to see them in the upcoming Avengers movie. But now, let's go to number 2.
And also, I forgot to mention, our dad was at that movie, Weapons, as well. We saw that.
Yeah,
big group.
He would not have put that in his top 5.
Yeah, our dad did not like that one as much. In fact, he actually left the theater almost early.
He got the heck out of there.
Come out of here. Number 2 for me is Predator Badlands. This one was a very, very well-made movie. We saw it twice, I believe. It was really the dynamic between the android, I should know the name, but the girl and Predator was really well done. Some great action sequences. The planet that he was on, the Kalisk, but whatever the girl's name was. I like the dynamic between those two. That girl did a great job acting because she did that character, then also the villain of the movie. So she would play 2 different roles. And it was just a really good movie. The music was great. The soundtrack was amazing. Yeah. There's a couple things maybe some nitpicks that you would have wished he could have kept his bow and arrow a little more. Maybe a little more like extraterrestrial like creatures on the planet. But you saw a lot. But it was a really well done movie. The ending was pretty funny with how he comes back and takes on his dad and fights him, and it sets up with a major ending that our friend Tyler really liked the ending. So we're gonna see what happens in the next one. But
Caterpillars.
Predator Badlands, and we're gonna see the first female Predator in the next one. But yeah, this was a good movie, and I had a fun time with it. And also, Alabama beat LSU this night. We saw this movie during the first half of the Alabama LSU games. So Alabama won as well. Oh yeah, in football.
But anyway, no. 2 for me is also Predator Badlands. I thought this was an excellent movie. I was excited for it, but I was thinking to myself, hold on a second. I'm not getting excited for a Predator movie because the last one I got excited for, and it was an absolute pile of dog crap. Yeah. So this movie, I was like, man, it looks so good, but I can't get excited. turned out it was really good. I love this movie. We watched it twice. I think the main Predator is awesome. The weaponry, the sound effects, the action is all just so good. So many cool slow motion kill shots, and the overall Predator land, the Kalisk. It was all so cool. I love this movie. I had a great time, even though I had some stupid high scores in front of me trying to ruin it. Still, over that, I still love this movie and definitely deserves number 2. This was so close to number 1, but one movie just couldn't be topped, and you probably already know what it is. But let's go to number 1, the best movie of 2025.
Yeah, so my number 1 movie for 2025, without a doubt, is Ballerina. It's in the world of John Wick, which obviously we're huge John Wick fans. I don't know if you can see it in the shot of the camera, but we have the John Wick 4 or 3 popcorn bucket up there.
Embarrassing.
But we're huge John Wick fans. But so we already had like a lot of excitement going into this movie that's in this world, and you know John Wick's in it. But Ana de Armas absolutely stole the show, did a great job. She really portrayed the character well. The soundtrack was amazing. I mean, the music was so good that I'm pretty sure, like at basketball runs that we have, I play this music as we're playing, even though our friends may not agree with it. Like it's great music. I listen to it when I work out. There's some really good songs in there, but she did a great job in the movie. A really cool storyline. You really buy her character. The backstory of how she kind of became what she was when she was in her faction. They go to that like cool town that's kind of almost like a village reference to Resident Evil a little bit, where there's a bunch of murderers and killers there, or assassins, and she works together with John Wick a little bit. She fights John Wick, and they also respect the John Wick character 100%, which is another reason why I love this movie so much, is because he beats her in one-on-one combat. And again, I thought she did a really good job. I had a fun time in this movie, and this was by far the best movie of 2025. And I would love to see a sequel to this franchise, well, obviously the franchise, but to this movie as well. And would love to see her come back for more movies, because again, I think Ana de Armas did a great job. So my number 1 movie of 2025 was Ballerina.
My number 1 movie in 2025 is Ana de Armas. I know. I mean, Ballerina. Ballerina was a great movie. Once again, the way this movie starts, this is the bar for action movies. Like I said in the review.
Yeah.
I mean, the first action scene is just freaking awesome, and you're already locked in. And it's just every punch is landing, and whoever does the choreography and the stunts for these movies, it's just top notch. And this is the way action movies should be filmed. And we're going to get into the top 5 worst movies where the action just doesn't compare. And every scene in this movie is just great. It continues the John Wick action. And obviously Ana de Armas is great in this movie. Has some really cool scenes. There are some crazy scenes in this movie with like grenades, and she's like blocking the things with doors, and some absolutely insane action that just keeps getting crazier and crazier.
Pleats.
Yeah, like there's so many cool set pieces and like fight locations, and more characters are introduced. Daryl's in this movie.
Yeah. Norman
Reedus, and he does great. And the villain's a little weak, but that's really the only negative, other than one stupid line that Jake's trying to ignore. But a fight like a girl line
you can justify it.
that is just so stupid. But that's really the only negative I can think about in this movie. This was an epic action movie and continues the John Wick universe, and definitely deserves a number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Stands out by far. This and Predator are definitely at the top, and Ballerina takes the number 1 movie of 2025.
This is the top 5 best movies of 2025. I had Ballerina at 1, Predator Badlands at 2, Weapons at 3, Thunderbolts at 4, and Fantastic Four: First Steps at 5. And Kenny had his movies, Ballerina, Predator,
Fantastic Four, Novocaine, and Blind Phone 2. You forgot about 2 movies.
Yep. Anyways, though, thanks for watching, guys. Stick around for the top 5 worst / disappointing. Because for me, it's more disappointing than worst
for
this year. But we'll talk about that in the next video. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.